and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough.
In recent months, waves of TikTok users have flooded the platform with videos alleging that their produce, particularly fruits and meats, exhibit unnatural and disturbing qualities.
Does something look wrong here? Like, why is it like that?
Hundreds of clips showcase rubbery avocados, watermelon with meat-like textures, and cuts of meat that look suspiciously lab-grown or even fake. It all began a few months ago when several parents uploaded videos showing their recently purchased watermelons looking rubbery and unnatural. One mother at Kiva Body cut up some melon for her kids, who promptly returned it, claiming that something was off.
You gotta bend it so far before it will break.
In her clip, she demonstrates the rubbery texture of the melon,
What's going on with the watermelon this season?
highlighting the exorbitant prices despite the subpar quality.
They're not gonna eat it. They won't eat it. They think it tastes, the texture, it's rubber. What makes the watermelon turn rubbery?
The situation escalated when user Little Miss Enchanted posted a video of her watermelon too. It seems to have an almost meat-like texture. This has raised concerns about genetically modified fruits and vegetables that have proliferated supermarkets in recent years. For decades, the food landscape in America has been scrutinised, with ingredients like high fructose corn syrup creeping into more foods. While it's cheaper and sweeter than regular sugar, high fructose corn syrup is associated with health risks, such as insulin resistance, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure. The flood of bizarre fruit videos continued when user Hunter Keo TV reported that his mother worried their bananas were fake.
But when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough.
The video shows doughy, rubber-like bananas.
And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy.
Following this, a slew of similar videos featuring avocados emerged, showing firm, completely unnatural textures. An alarming video by mother Ari Osborne further fueled the controversy. Ari gave her daughter a small bowl of blueberries and later disposed of the leftovers in the garbage disposal.
I take what's left in her little bowl and I put it down.
When she turned on the disposal, it made a strange clinking noise.
And I push the button, it's doing its thing, but there's a clinking and it sounds like something's stuck.
Investigating further, her husband sliced an intact blueberry found in the drain.
My husband cut it in half.
Discovering it appeared to be made of silicon.
Listen, it's silicone. It's a silicone blueberry.
This incident sparked a range of conspiracy theories about population control, food contamination, and lower quality foods intended to placate the population. While these theories might seem far-fetched, a recent CNBC investigation revealed fraudulent foods are infiltrating American supermarkets. Motivated by economic gain, fraudsters use counterfeits, dilutions, substitutions, and mislabeling to secretly enter the global food market. This not only harms consumer wallets, but also puts public health and safety at risk. Some estimates suggest food fraud affects at least 1% of the global food industry, costing as much as $40 billion a year, according to the FDA. The rabbit hole continues with user Joey Wellness exposing the ice cream industry.
Apparently, these ice cream sandwiches from Walmart, this great value brand, doesn't melt.
In his eye-opening video, he shows store-bought ice cream sandwiches that don't melt.
At room temperature overnight to see how long it would take to melt.
Even when left out overnight at room temperature.
For over 13 hours, not a single drop, not a single leak. What kind of ice cream is this?
He claims this is due to mono and diglycerides added to the product, preventing it from melting. Yet another example of highly processed and unnatural ingredients slipping into everyday items on grocery store shelves. This alarming trend isn't isolated to fruits and sweet treats. A wave of videos has surfaced showing what appears to be fake meats. User @BabyFancy04 shows a very unnatural-looking fillet of fish.
My finger makes an indent like a sponge, and then I did this. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I squeezed it as hard as I could, and look, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then watch this.
Be careful with the food you buy. Absorb the water and went back to the original shape.
Water, and it reabsorbed everything, and it's back to normal. That's not fish.
While Life and Times of a Hawaiian Mum prods her chicken,
Here's the chicken.
revealing that it looks like a rubber prop.
This is boneless, skinless chicken. Does something look wrong here? Like, why is it like that? Look at it. And it's like, it feels like there's skin on it, but it's boneless and skinless. Like, something's wrong.
Finally, user Steady Mum and 2 shares a stomach-churning example of chicken meat gone horribly wrong.
Look at this. It's like stringy. You can tell like they strung it together and put it. This is raw. This is not even cooked. The vinegar opened it up this way. This is disgusting. I will never buy this again.
So what's going on with America's fresh produce? Given reports of fraudulent and misleading foods hitting shelves, coupled with a long history of harmful additives like high fructose corn syrup, could fruits and vegetables and even meat now be subject to an alarming decline in quality, or even be entirely fake or manufactured? The evidence shared by concerned consumers points to a growing and disturbing trend that demands further investigation.